Welcome to the Ohop Valley. This is our first property that the Nisqually Land Trust acquired in 2001. This was an area that was identified as high priority in the Nisqually Tribe Salmon Recovery Strategy after Chinook salmon were listed under the Endangered Species Act in 1999. There was a major restoration of the creek that was done starting on this property, and it actually brought the creek out of the ditch it had been in for 100 years and put it back on the valley floor and re-meandered it. The work that we do to steward these properties changes over time. We have to keep visiting the properties, observing what's happening, make decisions about what things we should be doing to take care of it, to make sure that the habitat that we're trying to provide continues to be good habitat for the fish and the wildlife. We have two main sections of Ohop Creek that we think about. The lower part, a slower water, more open water environment that doesn't have gravel, and we consider that migratory reach for adult salmon and also what we call a rearing reach for juvenile salmon. And up here, we're now in the spawning reach of the creek, where we have lots of gravel and places for the adult fish to come and lay their eggs. It's a property that we've had for a few years. We've planted some trees, they're still growing, but it's not fully mature yet, and we're still taking care of it for it to grow into the mature habitat that we would like to see. This property here is our most recent acquisition. It's at the top end of the spawning reach that we've been working to protect. We've now protected just under 800 acres of the valley along Ohop Creek, and we have protected almost 70% of the shoreline. Our job at the Land Trust is the long-term stewardship of this property. That means that we are continually going to be coming out to this property, checking on it, making sure that the restoration is successful, and making good habitat for the creek and for the salmon. When the tribe initially developed the recovery strategy for Chinook salmon in the Nisqually watershed, part of the research that they were doing on the salmon population identified that we had lost the native genetics of the Nisqually Chinook in this watershed, and that the Chinook that we saw in the river and in the streams was actually a descendant of fish that had been introduced from the Green River system in King County. And then the tribe came to us a couple of years ago, and they have discovered that the original genetics of the Nisqually Chinook actually were not completely lost in the Nisqually watershed. They just got to such low numbers for a while that they weren't detectable. But they have started to see them in greater numbers in the system. And we actually have been able to witness them spawning here on our properties on Ohop Creek. In order to keep our commitment to take care of these properties forever, we depend on the support of our community. And so the Forever Fund is a once-a-year ask that we make that helps restock this pot of money that our stewardship team, who's out there every day taking care of our properties, can draw from. It's an essential piece of enabling us to keep and honor our commitment to taking care of these properties forever. If you feel called to be part of that community to help us, we would really value your support. Either come out and help volunteer, join our volunteer group to help us take care of these properties, or give some funding to help us, to donate to the Forever Fund today and help us have the funds necessary to do the work to take care of these properties.